Hello everyone, my name is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic. Welcome to my tying bench. Today, continuation of my month of midges, chironomids, buzzers, wet flies, all that stuff that are all representing of the chironomid midge family. Today I'm going to be doing just a little North American style, little bead-headed chironomid with just a little bit different. This is one that I found has worked very well for me in more of a, not tannin, but a little darker, not super clear water. So this one has worked for me quite well over the years, and yeah, I thought I'd share it. So here we go. We're going to start off with a Hends BL 550 size 14 clink hammer. The 550 works as well, a scud style hook. And you can do it in a straight shank, whatever's your favorite chironomid hook. Thread and body is going to be Semperfli Nanosilk in olive. The rib is going to be Semperfli Micrometal in antique gold. The head obviously is a white bead 2 size, whatever size is the correct size for the hook size you pick. And then the legs are going to be some of the Hens Peacock dubbing in this one right here, which is number 11. So you just guys can see Hens Peacock dubbing in the number 11 right here. Okay, here we go. Like I said, fairly simple fly. Works really well under an indicator here, where you can use. I'm going to put some wax on that. Where you can use multiple rigs. I like having this one in the middle. I like having a brighter silvery one on the top and either a darker or a bloodworm on the bottom. If I use 3 chironomids, that is, or 3 midges. What I really like doing is we fish a lot of 6 to 10 feet of water here. So what I like doing is like a washing line style technique where you can have a floating fly at the point, and then this in the middle, and then a merger of some sort on the top, or another midge like this as well, and using something like a fab or a gurgler or something under the washing to hold everything up, right? And that'll keep this, depending on the length of your leader, that'll keep this up, right, in the water column. So, okay, super simple, little body. I'm gonna take some of that antique gold micrometal, and I'm just gonna start it right back here behind the eye. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna all get hidden anyway, all this stuff up front, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'll just put this along my side here, all the way back around that corner to where I stopped. I'm going to turn I know that goes out of focus for you guys, but I turn it and I flatten my thread. And then I'm going to come forward. Touching wraps, I want to make sure that all that gold is covered. I'll have to go over it one more time just to make sure. This Nanosilk, this olive, is a little translucent, so you can almost see through it. It's awesome stuff, though. It gives off a sheen to the fly. It really does. So all the way back, and then I'm going to come stop, give myself another counterclockwise spin to flatten that thread, come back all the way forward. Now I'm going to build up my typical taper. Just come back about halfway, spin, flatten that thread, come back forward, back maybe 3/4 of the way, stop, spin, back forward, another spin, and now I'm just going to build close to the head, just right in here. I'm going to build up a bit of a taper just right in here. this area here, because that's where actually it's going to stop. You'll still, the legs and stuff are going to be going in on that front section, so you're not even going to see that. So again, I'm just going to give it one last spin, go over it one last time just to get that nice flat, clean look. All the way to 3/4, maybe 7/8 of the way down. Again, flatten it and come back forward, and then I'm going to start wrapping my rib. Okay. This micro metal is great stuff. It doesn't bulk up a lot, but like with a lot of these micro metals and stuff, they do. They're not the strongest in the world, right? So you got to make sure you're a little gentle with them, and that you coat them. You coat it, because the teeth of the fish will rip this stuff apart, and you'll end up with a rib hanging back. So I'm just going to come back over top of that just a little bit and cut off that micro metal. And at this point, I'm going to just put a half hitch in, or a 2 to 3 turn whip finish, whatever you'd like. So let that sit there. Take my Gulf resin and just put it over top. Whatever resin you like using. I like the Gulf and the Semperfli. Those are my 2 favorites. Not a fan of a couple of the others out there, because I've heard some nightmares and stuff. A few friends have gotten really burnt by a few of them, so chemical burns. So I try to stay away from them. Not gonna mention any names. I don't want to cause any issues. But if you want to know, you can always PM me. I'll let you know. So yeah, so I just got a nice coating on. Nothing too thick. I don't want it too thick. Smack that with the UV light. Look at that antique gold. It just boop pops. Right, and that's one of the reasons I like this for that brackish kind of water. It comes out. I know it's green, but it comes out like a darker green, almost black, the body, and then it's got this real bright rib on it. I also tie one with this green chartreuse floss that works really well as well. So, okay, so that's that point. Now I'm going to take a bit of that number 11. It's kind of a light green. Just going to put a bit on there on the thread. I'm just going to come back just a little bit over top of there. Once it catches, just tighten it up. Tighten it up. That's about it. There's a little bit left there. I'll take that off. I'll take my Sallies. Oop, grabbed the wrong one. This one's almost empty, but it's okay. It's still got some in it. And just put a couple of drops of the Sallies onto my thread, and then I will do a whip finish right in behind that bead. And because I'm using Nanosilk, I can really look at how I can bend that hook. I'm really setting that thread down deep. And there she is, finished. Like I said, it's very simple. You can cut out some of those ones that are longer, or if you want them a little bit longer, you can always just hit it with a bit of Velcro. Yeah, that's it. That's this. Like I said, it's a simple fly, and it's one I like using in the more tannin or just the darker tea stained, tannin stained, algae stained waters. I've done well with it in clear waters as well. Don't get me wrong, but this is one I don't know what the reasoning is behind it, but this green and that antique gold really stand out in that water, and yeah, I've done extremely well with it. So it's a fairly simple fly, but again, it's one of those that I would definitely have in my box. So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you, and yeah, we'll continue on with this month of midges, and we'll see you on the next video. Tie lines.